So,
Huh.
in which case it means that Westmead will be invading this continent very shortly. So I would like these people to be able to defend themselves against Westmead and not
Well,
what
let's
happened
hope
in
that
Melvix
doesn't happen.
here.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I mean, if worse comes to worse, they still have the laser rifles that we brought over. They're
yeah,
not much,
but
I know.
these people might have difficulty with those, but we'll see.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, Logan.
Ah.
The man who has unexpected connections. Can I play that, which is you come acclimatized to a city? Can I use that on Amber?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't think of any other cities that I'm not acclimatized to that we currently have access to that would be currently. So I will play it on Amber.
Logan, I'm going to go and visit the local smithy.
Matt, I was going to say that reminds me of something, Alex. I always wanted to do is to get if it's not already here, get a smithy set up here and a weapons smithy set up here in the embassy grounds.
Oh, good.
If that's what you were intending to do.
I was intending to go and say, I'm your new apprentice. I'm strong like bull. Now let's do this and learn from him.
Yep. No worries. But yes, I was intending to, because I was thinking making a weapon or whatever, or working out the craft might be useful.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the new ability that we learned.
I was going to say, unfortunately, becoming somebody's apprentice won't do you any good. But fortunately, the ambassador.
Practice.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, an apprentice doesn't normally get to do the kind of shit that you want to do. But fortunately, he has the mind to go, I want a smithy in here. And they'll go, yes, sir, and begin building one. So then you can wander in and they'll have all kinds of stock and shit. And you can just try to make shit occasionally if you want.
Yeah.
So
I want not just for making weapons, but I want a section for making jewelry as well.
Ooh.
Done.
Because the whole magic fetish and the whole thing like that doesn't have to be a weapon. It could be like a ring or something, or
yes, but Alex Kinley only likes weapons.
Pardon?
Alex Kinley only likes weapons.
Yes, I was thinking of others as well.
Mm.
All right. Yes, I will have a discussion with the twins. I'm basically
interested.
Basically, I'm going to run through them all the various zones that are currently out there that I'm aware of.
They all sound like horrible places to them, but they're interested in going, what's the upsides?
Well, look, the upside is depending on if things go badly here or you decide you don't want to stick around here anymore, I can attempt to get you to one of these other places. And
are there any other elves that won't hate us?
Well, that's as part of explaining the zones. I will touch on MMO land.
They would like to go visit it.
Yes, and that was the other thing, is even if it is just you go and visit it and see what it's like. So the potential zones that I can think of that would be one of the more modern ones, such as Gotham, where while there's no elves there, you're not going to get hated for being an elf. It's just people just going to think you just got pointed ears, which is either a genetic defect or you just like dressing up as elves. Or
I'm more interested in
Sherma, Illinois. Whereas the fantasy world, besides the elves, which are just people who weren't elves to begin with and became elves, there's potentially elves out there in the land that haven't been encountered yet. But yeah,
they're really wanting to go check that out.
But yeah. So that was the thing. So
there is one other, since you mentioned MMO land, they are in need of some horse trainers, because we brought 3 horses over there to breed, and they need help with that. I was wondering if maybe we could send someone over there to help them with that.
The kids are like, we have grooms and stuff here.
We actually took, before you took those 3 horses there, I don't know if they told you, we actually took half a dozen lizard horses there from here.
Oh, okay. Well, that solves that problem then.
But I'm assuming you took actual horses as opposed to lizard horses, I'm assuming.
Not actual horses, yeah.
Where did you get the horses from?
Amber.
Yep. So the people in the old library are currently pulling books on horse breeding and horse attendance and all that sort of stuff. They've got a stack of books on horse stuff.
Right.
And that's the other thing, Freddie, in regards to what I was saying about the telegraph and electricity and stuff, is we can potentially then, at the people of the old library, say, can you please find us books on this?
Yeah.
By the way, there are walls big enough in the Australian embassy if you wanted to put the library thing here.
Yes. It was just that thing of getting it here, having to carefully get it removed from the frame, roll it up, bring it over here, and remount it again.
The kids are have knocked down all the buildings, and currently groundskeepers and stuff are working on making this place wonderful. The kids' main concern is, if we're not here, who's going to run it?
Oh yeah, exactly.
But
I can get people to run it. I can get people to run it. It's more, but as I said, your welfare is my priority as opposed to this place.
Well, they're interested in visiting, possibly to have a lot of random sex with random strangers who are also elves, but don't hate them for some reason.
All right, so let's see if twins can use trumps. Oh, right, so I can make a note to say only communicate.
Oh, you said we had another week to try stuff. Is that right, Logan?
Total
see if can use
total week.
4 more days.
I'll try that. All right.
So how many more teaching attempts can we give Alex? 2?
Yeah.
None. Okay.
No.
Well, I can try and teach him the tech magic at least.
True. Oh, are you unable to teach him Trump?
No, I failed mine.
But I mean, you have 2 more attempts.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
have
was
2
gonna
more.
say,
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you fumble, you can't
Yeah.
attempt again.
Well, I didn't fumble. I just failed.
Yeah.
No.
2 more attempts. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So teaching is done. I need to paint now, right?
You do your paint, you do your create
Oh.
trump, and then you do your teach.
Oh, whoops. Wrong order. Okay.
But you
Made
got to
the
declare
paint?
what are you painting? What
I'm
are you
painting the
temporarily
embassy.
painting?
The embassy.
Okay, so you're trying to create a trump like I did of inside the embassy, so
Yeah.
you can trump there. Yep.
Yeah. So
Good
painting
move.
done. And I need to do
By the way, for anybody who didn't know it already, the sky is much cleared up and stuff.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to talk to him about. How have things improved here?
Damn it.
Yeah. Looks like my connection to the server of Roll20
Yeah,
is interrupted.
Yes, I got the same message.
Bastards.
Yeah, same. I'll spend 1. No, do I want to spend 1? Nah.
What?
Because I succeeded on the painting roll, but not on the. No.
So you're saying you made the painting and the teaching, but you just need to make the Trump thing?
Yeah, I failed Trump. I'm wondering if I should spend a hero
You
to do it
totally
or
could.
not. Because it's really.
Okay.
It's a 20% chance.
Yeah, I mean, 3-4 hero points, you should definitely have that shit tied up.
Yeah, I'm
You
going to spend
don't
1.
want to spend that many. Don't forget you can.
Yeah,
You've got more time.
I'll just spend 1 and see. Nope. Oh well.
2-3 more, it'll get you right there, dude.
Yeah, no, go away.
Okay.
Well, I have 1 more attempt from
There you
scratch, so I'll try that. Painting.
Because I can't see any of these rolls going.
Right. Well, no, it says we got a error thing says the connection has been fucked.
Yeah, I exited out and now it's going back in.
I failed.
Checking the status shows that they're all up according to the
Yeah,
status.
that's what I found. All right, test. Everybody see that?
Did you go out and then back in, Pete?
Yes.
Did it
One thing
work?
I'm noticing is, well, we don't have any cards, and NAP got the message saying that the status about the connection interrupted. So,
Yeah.
At least it's not on just my end. Okay, cool.
yeah, but the problem is because I've gone out and in now, I don't have access to my character sheet.
Oh.
All the tabs are blank.
Bastards.
Yes. Which will make rolling interesting because I've not been noting it down on paper what my skill ups have been.
Mm.
Well,
Well,
I can. Well,
Alex did say,
Logan can see them.
Alex did say that it is easy to print out the stuff, though. So in the
Yeah,
future. But yeah, I just tried. If you can go back and do the rolls in a bit. Right now, you can go in and talk to Fiona because talking to her, probably not as many rolls.
All right, we shall go and chat to Fiona.
Who am I kidding? Talking to an older Amberite? Yeah. Anyway, you guys wander in there. She's sitting up in bed. She's looking much better and stuff. It does not appear, and I did post a message on the boards about it, but outside of your normal wall of fire thing, the healing is shit. There's no willpower rolls to heal up or anything. You're doing like D3 per week. So don't get wounded there. Anyway, she appears to be also healing slowly, but she was missing a whole heart. You guys pull up chairs and stuff, and she says, "Thank you for getting me out of that awful place and bringing me to this much nicer one." She looks at the pajamas with some disgust. She says,
Yeah, well, it's a place we know to be safe for us normally, so.
All right.
Yeah, we've established ourselves.
Oh shit! I fucked up. Everybody take. Okay, when you get back in, everybody take turn. You can't get her here. Sorry.
Wait, what?
I have to go back on something entirely. You are unable to get her past the wall of fire.
Oh, so when we attempt
Even
to
with
go
trump cards, it won't go. You
It
guys
won't
can go, but she won't go. So everybody gets a card. We'll just say we'll retcon it and say you guys figure out all this other shit later and stuff. But you've got her somewhere right now where she has been healing up, but you can't get her into the wall of fire.
Okay.
In fact, the fire itself, you discovered, does burn her when you try to get her in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody will get. Everybody take 2 cards. That's a pretty major fuck up on Logan's part.
Okay.
Whenever the server. Oh, I think it may have. Yeah, there it goes. Server's back.
Hey.
I just needed time to fucking think and retcon a bunch of shit, and suddenly it came back.
Wrong button.
I'm an idiot.
2 cards.
Everybody take 2. My apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm a horrible individual. I know that. And that's why I get paid the small bucks. So. Anyway,
yay!
you've got her somewhere that's outside of wall.
Play Insta Hero for those who may be able to retrieve it.
No problem. Everybody give me a shadow lore as you've gone to a different shadow than the weird place you were at, because you're right, it's a very silly place. I see test.
Bear with me.
Oh, right. You are much closer to chaos side than going toward ember side, in case you hadn't figured that out. But let's see, if one of you can make a shadow walking roll, then basically you are to a kinder, gentler shadow where you're nursing her back.
Okay.
Like, wait a minute, she can't get in there. Oops.
Oops. Got it there. Travel through shadows.
And if one of you fails it, then the other can try and
Yep,
try.
next.
All right, I'll try it.
Stop walking through shadows.
Come on, give me a crit.
It's all about Freddy at this point.
Give
Otherwise,
me a crit.
silly, silly shadow.
Wait, I need to draw my card. Hold on. Before I forget. Because it might help with this. I don't know.
It could.
Yeah.
No, that's not gonna help. Okay.
So you guys live in
Shadow.
a silly shadow. You're back in the original cave. You've been
Oh, come on, off by one.
close.
Oh,
Close.
well done.
Yeah, but Freddy managed to get you guys to a much nicer shadow and stuff. It's still a little weird and stuff. There's like some strange birds and stuff that are like butterfly winged, but birds that fly around. Alex, give me a wood carving or wood crafting roll, if you please.
Okay.
Lower is better.
Crit.
Right. Alex has built you guys like an actual log cabin and shit.
Yep.
And beds and furniture and sinks and all that shit. He doesn't have the plumbing skill, which nobody seems to have. But if somebody's total character concept was, I'm a plumber, and they can do like they have toilet lore and shower lore and stuff like that, they would get taken around to different zones and shit. Please build us a shitter. Anyway, yeah, you do have a nice outdoor shitter, of course. But yeah, Alex has built you guys a super comfortable house, and you've been having Fiona in there. Does anybody have any weaving skill?
Yeah.
Your magic doesn't work here.
My matrix of power.
Your matrix power works fine.
For what?
Weaving, make blankets and shit. Out of,
Weaving.
Yeah.
Nope.
I've seen them do it.
I can try it. Why not?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course,
exactly.
everybody can try it.
I've seen them do it.
Cover and rushes.
I've seen them do it in Survivor.
Nope.
McKay would have died in Survivor. I'm not sure how.
I don't actually weave blankets. They're actually taught. They do a day survival course and taught basic stuff about how to weave the leaves together and stuff.
Mm-hmm. See, this is a standard for all Australian people because the continent's trying to kill them a lot. So no problem. You guys have got a very solid house and rushes and stuff that you sleep under. But you've been here for a while now. The weather's okay. It rains now and then, but yeah.
What
the house
did you want a survival roll for getting food and stuff like that?
That'd be lovely.
What sort of survival?
Plains, light forest, any of those.
Woods.
Woods.
Jungle.
There's a woods close by.
Okay, survival woods.
In fact, since he got such a good roll, Freddy even managed to find a place where his guns will work. Right. Alex is like, these berries look fine. Yeah, we'll eat these.
Did we get any animals?
Anybody with a rifle can go ahead and try a rifle skill roll.
Trapping?
A rifle's what here?
Yes, you with your near crit, you managed to find a shadow that they do.
Oh.
Success on trapping.
Alex is like, in addition to the berries, I also have all these things that look kind of like.
No, this is how you build a trap. See, you need to put yourself in the trap.
Yeah, you have to go out and free McKay from one of your traps. He's like, help me, and you're like, I didn't know you could fit in the trap that small. Help me.
Damn it.
See, you lay the logs with the spikes down here, and then you go stand here, and you release the rope.
Wily Coyote? Is that what we're going to call you from now on?
Yeah. I was just picturing some of the traps in the island,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you accidentally set them off.
You guys are living very comfortably. Yeah, when you go next to the Australian embassy, several days will slip by all the painting and shit.
Oh, I'm assuming, do our bracelets work in this zone or no?
Nope.
Oh,
Can we
okay.
find the equivalent here of monkeys that can be monkey butlers?
Give me a fucking luck roll and a quarter.
Oh, and do we find any spices?
Luck
Or
roll and a
spice
quarter.
seeds? Okay.
Yeah, you don't know if they're edible or not, but close.
While we're here wasting time, I shall sketch.
You found some, but they're unionized. Little fuckers.
Damn unions.
Nope.
All right,
Close.
no spices for you.
Sorry, that's not even my sketch roll.
Cool. So,
Didn't want to do that. I wanted
right.
to-
Anyway, she's better, and time has gone by. You've probably been here for like a week or whatever. She's regained consciousness. You guys feed her soup on your own and all that because you've not managed to weave her new clothes, so extra rushes to cover up the naughty bits. But
Mhm.
right, she's very grateful to have been rescued. She says, I don't know what the guy's name is who did it, but I got a good look at his face. He surprised me when I was out wandering shadow and near a wall of fire. Everybody give me empathy at half. Just going for half because I know she's good.
Lying bitch.
Do you want to sing that to her for a bit?
No.
I'm kind of
No,
surprised.
no, not at half.
Only I made it then, I think.
Only you made it. You hear lying bitch in your head.
Yeah, don't need an empathy roll to know that.
So, anyway, she basically is planning on spending a bit more time here. Does anybody have any spare clothes? She asks.
We can maybe make you some out.
You can wear my jacket.
She appreciates it. Sexy.
I'll make you a little skirt and bra from like nature stuff.
Give me a weaving roll or
So the individual that
Fumble.
He holds it up, and it looks like it's crotchless and backless. She says, "Thanks." Says inside.
so the individual that you was the individual wearing a mask or anything, or that attacked you?
No. She describes Zog.
Ah, Zog. Okay.
Zog.
Oh, really? So it was Zog that.
Well,
Did that-
you said Zog, I said Zog, and then you said so it's Zog, and I don't know. Does it
So
match the
so
description?
from your description, it sounds like it matches the individual note that we knew as Zog.
Alex, darling,
Yeah.
could you get me something to draw with and on?
Sure.
Would you like this notepad and pencil?
Good. She then attempts her sketch. This is the bad thing about messing with somebody who's good at this.
Wow.
It looks like Alex.
So Alex attacked you.
Alex.
I just think I'm on her mind too much.
Zog. Yes, that is Zog.
She blushes a bit.
And when did this happen specifically? Do you know?
I don't know. I've been unconscious.
About 3 or 4 months. Well, how long were you traveling in shadow from when you left Amber? Because you've been missing from Amber from when I was last there. I think they said about 3 or 4 months.
Probably about 2 weeks ish.
You were traveling 2 weeks, so several months ago that it occurred. All right. So that would have been the Zog that's on this side of the outside of the firewall, as opposed to the Zog that was inside the wall of fire.
So basically,
Tell me about the wall of fire, she says.
So,
Pardon?
I said, tell me about the wall of fire.
Well, it's this wall that's about yay big, and it's made of fire, and it appears that only certain individuals can pass through it. Other
And
people who get through it get burnt.
there's fragmented bits of pattern inside of it. I don't know what that means.
She looks super interested. Really? Do tell me more. At this point,
the rest.
Alex begins having flashbacks. Broken pattern, you say?
Well, I didn't see it. Doc Fulton saw it. He's the expert. But basically, yeah, there's bits of fragmented pattern inside of the fire.
Mm.
You better rest up, my dear. We'll leave you alone for a bit.
Are you doing what I think you're doing?
Yeah, getting away from her so we can talk without letting her know stuff that we probably shouldn't be telling her.
Do you want to take Freddie by the ear, or?
No, not that.
Okay.
Right, let's have a sit down and talk here, chaps.
Yeah.
You guys get taken far away from the house.
We have Amber is run on basically information. And information is like key in Amber, right? People kill for certain information. People will sell their own mothers for certain information. It's all done on information. So we have to be very careful who we tell what to. And that includes possible allies. Just because at the moment, Fiona is potentially helping us, good chances she's doing it for her own cause. And that could be something bad. So we need to just be very careful of who we tell what to. So if you think anything is of interest or it's important, like information about the broken pattern in the fire, then we need to discuss it first before we decide who we're going to tell what to. Okay.
Well, that's all I know about it anyway, so.
I know, but that she, like you could tell, she was very interested in that because it's something she doesn't know, and it could be helping her plans, whether for good or bad. So you need to be very careful in Amber when it comes to who we talk to and what we tell them.
Look, I don't understand these people, man. They're weird. I'll let you do the talking.
No, I don't. I mean, it's sometimes good first if you're new to the area to like I did once, let other people kind of take the reins, and then as you kind of as you learn what's going on, then it's a bit easier for you to then go, right, yeah, we're not gonna tell that guy anything. He wants to know this stuff. So we're either going to make him work for it, we're going to sell it to him, or we're not going to tell him because we think he's going to do something bad with the information.
Fair enough.
So
don't tell her the fact that Zara's dead, right?
Yeah, I think that's something.
It was only an avatar of pretty much.
The avatar, yeah.
Dead.
She probably. I suppose if she's been unconscious, she won't know that yet. But I've got a funny feeling. I've got an idea that maybe because if Zog knew that she was in contact with us and potentially aiding us at the moment, that he probably took her out, so she was unable to warn us about his impending plan. So I think she might know more about what Zog was trying than we did.
Also, I'm pretty sure she knows, like, why she was attacked, but just a feeling.
Or coincidental that she happened to kind of be in this area at the same time that he was, so she was easy to be snatched away. Could be chances that she was working with him and then he double-crossed her and decided to get rid of her. There's lots of different...
all sorts of permutations.
So we just, again, until we it can be very challenging doing Amber stuff because you're basically trying to get more information about the other person without giving out too much information yourself, or giving out, say, a tidbit of information that's not maybe that relevant, but perks their interest, which then allows you to maybe get more relevant information out of them. It's all a bit of it's like a verbal dance.
I don't think.
Oh, good. That makes it easy then.
Alright.
Right. I've got 2 random reasons. 3 D damage per yeah. I'm gonna have to throw some really good cards. D8 damage.
I like looking on Freddy's face when you're like, he may have been working with her, and then it's like, oh God, this is gonna get worse, isn't it?
Yeah. It's gonna be pretty interesting trying to work out what happens with talking with her without letting on too much information. She's gonna be like, "Ooh, thanks for telling me that. I was hoping to find that information out."
As your life becomes more complicated, Freddy.
Indeed.
Perfect.
So, question. So, how did you find out about this, Freddie?
Oh, I didn't inducted.
Okay.
He did his pattern understanding of the world bullshit. I don't know.
Okay. And he found that there was broken parts of the pattern in the fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beyond, so basically, Alex, beyond walking the shadow, there's other abilities you can learn. One of them is identifying, what's it called? Identifying pattern, I think it's called, something like that.
Oh, I think maybe that's how you
Are
do
you
it.
talking to Alex or Freddy?
Sorry, I'm telling Alex Kinley.
Mm.
Because Alex Kinley was asking how. Yeah, so like being able to detect power and patterns. So
Yeah, maybe he did some of that. I don't know.
so that's potentially how he worked it out. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just speculating.
Nice and to the point.
He works in mysterious ways. That's all I know.
We all do. Right.
Look how much Matt loves his new headphones.
Yeah. Go and do some crazy stuff. Right. Back at the table.
So yes.
Okay.
Oh, also, apparently, fire only affects quote unquote living things. So when I touched the fire, it went onto my hand. But if we poked a stick through it, nothing happened to the stick.
What about if you touched it with a dead body?
We didn't have any around.
So
Look on his face, like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, and you can't, because you're able to like take the fire out right in your hand. You can't then put the fire on someone else. It just sticks to you.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, you can eat it. Doesn't taste like anything. So I've been told. I didn't try it.
My next question was, who tried it? I'm guessing it was God. Crazy bad.
No, it was Mildred.
Ah, yeah.
I won the rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. So she can't go through the fire.
Yep. As we found out when we tried to take her to the
Well,
embassy.
Also, Doc hypothesized, well, it kind of all did, that whoever made the wall of fire is tracking who goes in and out somehow.
Quite possibly.
Not sure how, but
we can go in and out, right?
Yes.
And
for
it's,
now,
it's the wall, right? Because for some reason I kept thinking it was like a dome. And that was where all of Bog's generals and all of his pocket was. But it's not, it's just a wall, right?
Oh, it's like it's
just a wall of fire. Basically.
So that is interesting though, if we are of the kind of same makeup as Fiona and she can't go through and we can. Why?
because we were placed in there in the first place, so whoever placed us in there, the fact that we were placed in there or came to being in there gives us that ability.
Okay, and then, so broken parts of the pattern being in the fire itself. Are we thinking that's what's stopping people like Fiona coming through? Or
Oh, it's the whole reason why it's part of part of it being a pocket realm is because of the broken pieces. It's part of the creation of it.
yeah.
Actually, give me pattern lores to know
Or
shadow lore. Yeah, shadow lore to know some shit.
I hope we get a new skill.
Nope.
You'd have to see it to make more of a determination. You're thinking.
Yep.
You're Sherlock Holmes, damn it. You're thinking that if it's broken pattern, Alex, that sounds. It doesn't sound like the kind of thing you'd make barbed wire out of. That sounds like something else is up. You'd have to see it to get more.
I thought it was, it seemed to be more than.
Yeah, there's something up.
I don't know if it's something that you would intentionally do, like breaking pattern.
No, that's super dangerous. Yeah. That's like we might risk ending the campaign dangerous.
Yeah. Blah. I relate this to them.
Interesting.
I'm wondering if it was always like that, or if it was as a result of what the man or person in the mask was doing.
Well, Zog, I think would be. I think the man in the mask was a puppet. I mean, Zog was.
Well, yeah. I'm just wondering, was it always fragmented, or did it just happen?
Wasn't there something? Sorry to interrupt, but I've now something coming back to me. It's almost like I don't know if I'm right here because there's so much been going on, but wasn't there something? Either something written on a wall or something, and it was almost like Zog and his master type thing. Like Zog's not like the big dog.
You think you're talking about the thing that was written on the wall in the white dove that talks about your daughter and mentions Yog Sothoth?
Possibly, but I don't know. There was something, and all it made me think of was that there's Zog, who is powerful enough and is on his own accord, but there's something higher even on him. So some driving force that is doing naughty things. Naughty things.
Bride of metal, bride of bone, blah blah blah.
It
doesn't mention Zog by name.
again, like I said, it might have been something written down. It might have been just something.
Yeah.
But
Lest he loose
funny
his
feeling that-
slay the enemy with a great sword, lest he loose his endless horde. Through the twin
Throw out a
size
training
of dimensions and worlds fell
I
to the
did. I
swamp.
played it already.
Or
And
say
you should be a
children
great
to
card.
interdependent gain knowledge
No, that was
of
before.
transcendent.
Oh, there you
That was a while. That was a while ago. Yeah.
go. Oh.
Okay. Anyway.
So it could be a case that we are dealing with something even higher than him, but yeah, it'd be nice to know the reason why he's not trying to do this, but
Well,
I'm not sure.
don't forget. Keep in mind that Zog was imprisoned. The Zog avatar, Zog shell or whatever,
Yes.
was imprisoned, and things only went going into motion after somebody mysteriously decided to free him.
We know who it is. Come on, just
Yes. No. It was some mysterious under some mysterious circumstance that he became freed.
Yeah.
I mean, why all the prison bars suddenly disappeared and the cryogenic chamber got opened? Who knows? It is a mystery wrapped in an enigma.
Mm-hmm.
Dipped in chocolate.
Yes. Anyway, so I'm not sure if it was a play by Zog to begin with. It was more the fact that occurred. They somehow, the Zog outside somehow sensed it. The sphere was chucked in the wall to burn a hole through it, so he could then inhabit his body. Like, what was the expression? Like the creamy center or something. I'm trying to remember what the. Sorry.
The creamy center of a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, something.
His essence. Yeah.
Yeah. To allow him to pass in.
Hmm.
You see a bush stalking one of those small animals like you'd killed earlier. It jumps up and shakes its leaves wildly. The purple sky with the green clouds looks like it's darkening slightly.
Excuse me. All right, shall we go back and talk to Fiona?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You guys get back there to discover that she's mysteriously disappeared from the one-room cabinet. On McKay's notepad, you see that she has left a note. Thanks for saving me. I won't forget it. I may even owe you a debt.
All right.
That's pretty handy.
She's
Can I look
walked
for
out of here.
tracks
I was gonna
or something?
offer to
did she
take it
just
straight back to
disappear?
Amber if she wanted. Oh well. I was gonna also
Do we
let
want
her
to
know
track her
that
down or do we not care?
no, she's decided to shut her walk out of here. It's
Ah.
on her. I was going to tell her about the fact that Random's back as well, but
I'm
if she's
sure
buggered
she'll
off,
find out.
she's going to be in for a surprise.
Well,
All right, let's go to the embassy. There's a couple of things I want to do there.
yes.
Time has passed at the embassy. You've done a lot of things. You've been there for a week. The kids are very excited about going to see the MMO land, as you call it. They have no idea how they're going to get there because I don't think Clem's works for them.
Well, I don't know. That was going to be my first experiment.
Can we just shadow walk them there? Wait, no, I'm not doing that. No.
No, I wasn't going to shadow walk them there.
We can shadow walk them to Burlington and then go through the whirlpool.
If the Zeppelin's back, if the flying ships are back, because
Oh,
last time I was there, they were damaged. One had gone off looking
They
for
can swim. It's fine.
one had gone off looking for the mages who were searching for the source of magic, and the other one was damaged, and they needed wood from some forest, and the forest had
Oh, yeah,
nasty
they
stuff
still
in it,
did
so
that.
they
Yeah, you're right.
couldn't get the wood yet.
Yeah, they still need that.
You've got
Yes.
Alex Kinley, so it might be time to chop some trees.
Yeah.
No, there's other things I want to do.
I was there with Rat.
There's only 3 of them in one of you. And
Yeah.
McKay is the best slap fighter you've ever seen.
Yeah, I have no interest in fighting Dark Young.
Don't know why not. It's only a model.
There's also ogres you can fight if you're really wanting to fight something.
No, I'm not wanting to fight anything at all.
I'm just saying. If it's,
Fighting is a thing of last resort. All right, we will see if the twins can use clems or not, or if one of us can take them through clems. I'm assuming the answer is no, but I will test it first because we've never tried it before.
You end up in DIY MMO and they don't.
All right, back again.
Heartbreaking. No problem. People are like, he really doesn't want to do any missions for us. Oh, I know. I love that guy, though. Yeah, I know.
All right, so that leaves a couple of options. One is a gate they can pass through. I am aware of where there is a gate which multiple elves have passed through. So we could use that gate.
Yep.
That gate, based on the previous time we went there, is less than a day's ride away from here. There may or may not be some remaining elves between us and that gate, hiding out in the woods.
where does the gate go?
It went to a floating ziggurat that was flying between dimensions.
Yeah, wasn't that destroyed?
Yes, which then crash landed onto a whole heap of ISO trucks in the ocean towards the northern continent near Princess Dani's fleet. And we flew on a magic carpet and landed on her ship.
You sure you want them to go through that gate?
Well, I want to see if where that gate is going to, because it possibly is not going to that place anymore. And
if it does,
I am
study stuff.
and then I can redirect where the gate is going to so that they can then use it.
I see.
The other method is to see whether or not I can travel through a trump with them, and if that is possible, then we attempt to create a trump in MMO land and use that as a method of getting him there.
I prefer the first idea. I think it's a lot more cockamamie and more things go wrong.
Which idea, sorry?
Going through the random gate, we don't know where it goes to really anymore, and possibly ending up with Princess Dani and having my head cut off.
And besides that, the other thing is we do have a gate in the sewers that as far as I know, nobody's ever checked out yet. As well as the continuing clearing of the sewers with miners and stuff to open up the holes and get around stuff. That is also something else we can do. And hang on a second. Let me check my list. Yes, and that's an experiment I want to do. Especially considering the twins have become adults, is looking if this time zone runs at a lot faster speed than some of the other time zones. Gate in the forest, I've mentioned that. Talk to the twins, I've done that. See if they can use clams. The answer is no. See if they can use trump to transport them. Create workable trumps, done that. Electricity, telegraph, telephone in Beastkin and MMO land. I've talked to you about that already. 19th century firearms, fairy ring, Zog compound in Land of the Lost. Influence of Zog over zones, conflicts, etc. Fading that appears to be happening. And there's the multitude of quests in MMO land.
Yeah, we should eventually sort those out because they might just
let them fester.
die.
Matt will tell you that letting things fester always is good.
Mm.
Well, from a priority perspective, my priority is here. Alex's priority may be MMO land, but knowing Alex, his priority is he doesn't care wherever he can have fun and get drunk.
Gotcha.
So if MMO land festers, Alex doesn't really care.
It's on the verge,
Yeah.
I would say.
We need to do something about MMO land, but I want to see if I can work out a way that the twins can get out of here if they need to.
Alright, well, that's fine.
I want to.
Well, okay,
So
just walk over there, use the trump card, and see if it transports them to the embassy.
Well, that was going to be one of my tests,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So we will go elsewhere from the embassy, Logan. Oh, it could just be another room in the embassy. It doesn't really matter.
Whole embassy.
Pardon?
It's a big embassy.
Yes, and then basically I want to see, using the trump card for the embassy, if I can pull them through to that room.
It appears you do not have enough mastery of the trump in order to do that sort of thing yet.
Okay, need better skill to be able to pull background people through, huh?
Yes, it's on the list.
Lovely.
Yes. 141 different fun things for you to learn.
Okay.
Amber power.
Saving transport, not. Okay, so that means creating a trump of MMO land is not of benefit for the twins at this stage.
Giving you a card for experimentation.
All right. So that then goes to the gate in the forest.
Fun.
Hey.
Right, so you three are going out by yourselves to the gate, or are you bringing the elven kids with you? If the elven kids are coming with you, then they're going to suggest bringing guards and stuff like that also, in case there's any wild elves out there.
Yeah, we must go with the whole kit and caboodle.
No problem. You guys pack heavy and stuff like that. Keep in mind, the embassy is still well guarded. They've got lots of guards. This place is pretty good. And no problem. You guys ride out with like 20 guards and stuff like that. Everybody give me their ride closest thing they've got here to horses roll, please. Dun, 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 dun. Shows Freddy in the background just fall off. Gets trampled by several other horses. Dun, 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 dun. Alex Kinley appears to have been born in the saddle, or at least tried to conceive several children while he was in the saddle. McKay has pretty much slowed down the entire thing to a walking speed, and you're grateful for that, Freddie. Meanwhile, you see Kinley's doing things like, "What's this? Flower?" And he does the go off the saddle. Ah, yes, it is. Eventually, even the guards are looking at you two like, it's obvious neither of you know how to ride horses, so you're pretty much going at a slow walk. You end up having to.
Wait, can't we just ride? Can't we just ride on one of the guards' horses so we don't slow them down?
Well, that's extra weight on the horse, so yeah. It's super uncomfortable riding on the back of somebody else's horse. Super painful. It's painful enough being on your own horse, but at a walk, it's not a big deal. Your ass is just a little sore. Going at a trot on a horse, though, that's called, I need a good ass pounding. Please pound my ass for a while. Seriously, that's what it's like. Anyway, eventually, after a couple nights camping, but they did bring along like the ambassadorial wine reserve and stuff like that. So you guys are traveling in 19th century style, which means in addition to the 20-some guards, there's also about 30 valets and tents and shit like that. So you're glamping, glamorous camping, glamping. You're kind of doing that. You've never been so comfortable on the road in your life. I mean, they brought a fucking little harpsichord and stuff like that so that you could have some entertainment because the trail is hard. They don't apparently know the kind of shit you guys normally go through and assume that, he needs all of this stuff in order to not fall into despair or consumption, as many of the 19th century people have. But eventually you guys get out to the gate the guards they send out about half their number to scout around to make sure that nobody's going to put an arrow through their beloved ambassador. You're thinking spending, if you get another one of those up one level cards in this zone, then you will be happy with that. But they check it out. Apparently it's abandoned and stuff. You go check out the gate. You wish you could see magic. If you could see magic, that would really be a big help right now.
Yes. Step 1. Oh, so it's not obviously open as it was previously?
Not obviously open.
Right. Because previously it was obviously open.
The gate itself, it's kind of like, because I don't think Freddie's been here before, you're deep in these kind of scary woods that you dislike intently. And then there's like kind of big pile of step rocks that go up to this big hoop thing that he's approaching and like going, I'm going to pull out my special magical glasses I use for everything. And if they break, I'm just fucked.
Mm-hmm. I shall try and activate the glasses.
Good luck. Go for the willpower times, I believe 3 here, because magic is
no, it is not a fumble though.
Close. If you fumble, the glasses are fucked.
Yes. Try again. Yes.
All right. 2 charges later, and give me your analyze magic roll. You're checking it out. It is still on, but it's kind of like in standby mode is the closest approximation. So as far as
oh, sorry, that actually makes it, because I've got to add the bonus that these glasses give me for analyze magic.
Ah, good. Yeah, standby mode. It's possible to redirect it. Right now, you're not sure where it goes to, but possibly nothing good. Could go out into the vacuum of space, for all you know.
I shall find out where it goes to in a moment.
Ready? No. One of the elven kids to touch it, that might activate it, being that it's the elven portal.
I was going to cast Identify Gate, actually.
Oh, that's a bit of a boring way of doing it. Okay.
Just one of the elven kids go through and go. Just Alex is like, he's not coming back. He must be happy.
I said touching.
Oh, right. He doesn't touch it.
Show me where the evil man touched you.
No, I can't believe.
All right.
He kept saying I'm your uncle.
Pardon?
He kept saying I'm your uncle.
Yes. Okay, willpower roll. Nope. Willpower roll. Nope. Willpower roll. I hope it doesn't keep climbing like that. Oh, there we go. By a quarter.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
And identify gate. By half.
Oh, damn. Okay, give me.
Would you like me to read you the spell description?
Yes. Actually, just ask it as the questions, because I know that there's a bunch of shit it tells you.
It tells us where the gate goes to, how to open it, and magic cost, if any.
Have an elf touch it. Goes to the vacuum of space. What else?
I win.
Yeah.
That's it. It tells you where it goes to and how to open it and magic point cost. I have submitted a update to the spell based on other potential spells, but it hasn't been approved yet.
Good man.
It goes to the vacuum of space. That doesn't sound too good.
No.
I'm
assuming that's because... Pardon?
The elves got real suicidal after their defeat, apparently.
No, I'm assuming that's because Lumsey Palace went kaboom, so it know where it used to go to. And since it doesn't go, since this palace went kaboom, it
can you not redirect it to where you want?
That is my next. That is going to be the next stage.
Cool.
Are you still able to regenerate magic points?
Yes.
Regenerate magic energy and pass it on?
Yes.
Beautiful. This will make days turn into minutes.
As long as
hours.
Which is a good chance I will.
Yeah, I know, but it's a good way to practice it. Don't need it quite yet, but it just Um,